Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. So as you can already tell, we are doing a client makeup tutorial. So I just went ahead and brushed her brows, and now I'm going to color match her concealer to her neck. I'll make a whole separate video about how I color match, but that's what I just did. So now we are going to be filling in her brows. I'm using the NYX brow pencil. I will link everything in the description box below. But yes, their pencils are literally so bomb. So now I'm going in with the concealer that I matched to her neck along with a concealer brush. Again, I'll link everything down below. And I'm just going to be carving out her brows to the shape that I would want her brows to be. And so now I'm blending the concealer down from where I basically shaped her brow, and I'm going to be covering her entire lid with that concealer just to create a base for the eyeshadow. So now I'm going to be blending that concealer slightly. I'm not swiping, I'm patting my brush because I do want it to be full coverage on her lid to create a smooth, clean base. The transition shade that I'll be using is from the ZULU palette, the orange shade that's in there. Again, I'm leaving everything in the description box below so you can check it out. But I am going to be using orange as her transition shade. So I'm just going to be building that up into her crease and a little bit above her crease as well. Now I'm going to be taking that brown shade that's in the same ZULU palette, and I'm going to be putting that on top of the orange color, but just mainly focusing in on her crease just to, deepen it up a little bit. And I did want it to be a little bit deeper, so I went ahead and went in with a darker brown shade. And I'm so happy that I did that because this is exactly how deep I wanted it to be. Next, I will be cutting her crease, and to cut her crease, I'll actually be using a concealer. Again, everything's in the description box below, so check it out if I remember, because I'm doing this voiceover days later, so I kind of forgot which products I used, but I'm pretty sure that I remember what I used, so be sure to check the description box for all details. The same brush that I used to create the base for her eyeshadow, I'm using to blend out the concealer that I used for her cut crease. And you want to make sure that you blend it out really, really well so that it's not too wet when you put eyeshadow on top, because it won't stick and it'll kind of ruin the look. So now I'm taking a peach toned eyeshadow and I'm putting that all over her lid. For her inner corner, I'm going to be using a light nude, like a beige or a off-white type of eyeshadow, just because I love the way lighter eyeshadows look in the inner corner. So I'm just going to be patting that in. Now to blend out the outer portion of her eye, I'm going to be taking a purple shade, and then I will be going in with a deep chocolate color, almost close to black but not black, to deepen out the outer corner as well. Now I'm going in with the NYX matte liquid eyeliner, and I'm going to create a dramatic line for her liner. I'm not going to wing it or anything. I'm just going to keep it on her lid. Now I'm just going to be prepping her skin. Since I did just wipe it with a makeup removing wipe, I'm just going to be putting hydration into her skin and also priming her skin as well before we put foundation on. Now I'm just color matching her foundation to her neck, and then I'm going to be applying the shade that I want to use all over her face. Now I've applied concealer all over her face, the same concealer that I used underneath her brows. I am putting that all over on the highlighted parts of her face, and then I'm going to proceed to blend it out. Now I'll be contouring her face. I don't use any cream contour or anything. I only use powder. So I'm just going to be contouring all over the areas that need to be contoured. I am now applying lash glue to her lash line just to prep her eyes because we are about to put on her strip lashes. I am now lining her waterline with a gel liner. And this part really tickles. So always have a steady hand just so you don't poke your client or anything like that. So now I will just be adding blush to her cheek area. For her lips, I actually used a cream contour for the liner part. And then for the inner part, I did just use a regular lipstick and I went over it with a clear gloss. Now I am adding highlight to her face, and then I'll also be adding in a little bit of eyeshadow underneath her eye just to smoke it out a little bit. I really love the way eyeshadow looks underneath the eye. Now I will be spraying her face with the setting spray, and we are finished. And she loved it so much, and I loved it too. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and leave some suggestions down below. What would you like to see for my next video? Thank you guys.